right.
Those who are in the flesh cannot please God. Doing Bible study, came across this in our evening Bible study. It seems like I talk about Bible study a lot. Tuesday and Wednesday. We're finishing up the book Forgotten God by Francis Chan. He tells a story in that book of a woman named Esther Ann Kim. She's a Korean woman during World War II. Talk about the result of what Christ has done in us. World War II, she knew that she was going to be sentenced to jail. So to get herself ready to go away to prison during the war, Japanese occupation of Korea, she knew that she was going to be sent to jail. And so to get herself ready, she started eating rotten food. She said, because I know that when they send me away to jail that I'm going to have to eat rotten food. So let me start getting myself ready so that God can use me. See, if you're in the flesh, you say, no, I'm not going to do that. God, I'll go this far. But there's a hostility. There's a limit. God, I'll serve you. I'll go wherever. As long as I don't have to go that far. I'll serve you, God. In the wind, in the rain, as long as I don't have to get wet.
Yes. All right, come on, Richard.
Esther Ann Kim started eating rotten food. They sent her to prison and tells a story of how they had little food to eat in the jail. Right before she went away, she memorized 100 chapters of the Bible. We talked about that in Bible study. That's a whole lot of Bible. She memorized 100 chapters. She internalized the Word of God. The flesh was under attack. The flesh was about to be confined in a jail cell. She said, let me condition myself that my mind can handle it. So I'll start eating rotten food and I'll ingest the Word of God. 100 chapters into her soul. Send me to prison. Wherever you send me, I am free because Jesus Christ has set me free.
All right.
My Lord.
Confine me to a jail cell. I will eat the Word of God, and that will be my food.
My Lord. My Lord.
Goes into the prison. Woman comes in, Chinese descent. Woman comes in for murdering her husband. She says that the woman was so upset and angry, she banged on the prison doors until the guards tied her hands behind her back. So the woman was called, so Esther, who had been getting herself ready by eating rotten food, who had been getting herself ready by memorizing hymns and memorizing God's Word into her soul, said that she laid on the woman and warmed her feet and kept her. But let me also say this, the woman was covered with her own excrement.
All right.
The woman was covered with her own waste. You see, if you're in the flesh, you say, oh, no, Lord, no. I don't even know her. She's a stranger. She's a foreigner. How can I go? How can I do that? In the flesh, you can only go so far. But when we get into the Spirit of God and sow His Word into our soul, Spirit can break out.
Yes.
You can tear some walls down. We don't care what the smell is like because I'm serving the Lord. He died for me when I was rotten and stinky and fat in my sin. He died for me then. So how can I now find a limit to serving the Lord?
Yes.
Woman was covered with feces. Said they only got a little bit of food. They rationed the food out. She gave up her food for 3 days. So this woman could have something to eat. And she ministered to her.
All right.
See, ministry doesn't always happen with the ceiling fans going. And the temperature set on 68. Ministry sometimes happens in messy places because we're messy people. And as long as I'm looking in the flesh, I might not want to minister to you because something doesn't look right, something doesn't feel right. You may not want to minister to me. Because he's half crazy half the time.
All right.
All right.
Ministry is messy.
Good word. Good word.
Covered in waste. In a cell that she didn't even belong in. Rations of food. Even gave up that little bit. She says, in due time, this woman gave her life to Christ.
Yes.
And Esther Ann Kim shared the gospel of Jesus Christ with her in messy conditions. The woman, it's not a fairy tale ending. The woman was eventually executed for the murder of her husband. But she went to that execution knowing Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, God.
We can't be effective for Christ We can't give the result that he died on the cross for us to have if we're still in the flesh. To set the mind on the flesh is death. To set the mind on the spirit is life and peace. The mind that is set on the flesh is hostile to God. It's not going to do it. It's not going to budge. I'm not putting up with that. I don't deserve that. Who do they think they are? For it doesn't submit to God, and it can't. Those who are in the flesh, they can't please God. If we still believe we have a sin nature, we can't please God. If we still believe that it's natural for us to sin, we can't please God. That's what the word says. We've seen it time and time again.